Hi there, thanks for checking out foodease.ca. This edition of Pro Tips, I'm going to show you how to debone a leg and thigh of a chicken, and we're going to make roulade. So very simply, start with your thigh and your leg of chicken. There's two bones right here. You can see them. You'll see them at home. Of course you will. We're going to cut down to the bone, both sides. Okay. Now, to separate the bone and the flesh, simply, there you go. We're going to just pinch it a little bit so we have a place for our knife to go. We're going to slide our knife under the bone and simply just remove it. Come down, same on this side. I'm just going to go down to the bone, pinch it a little bit. Slide your boning knife under the bone and slide all the way out. So you just separated the bone from the flesh a little bit. Now with short cuts, what we want to be careful here of is not to puncture the flesh and go right through the bottom of the skin. So we're just going to use little short cuts so we can cut around this joint and remove the bone totally. All right, so there we have it. We'll save that for stock. Now, we have something that's a little thick, a little rough. What we're going to do is try and level this out so it cooks evenly. And to do that, we're going to take some saran wrap, put it over top of the chicken, and using a mallet. At home, you can use a rolling pin, a wine bottle, anything you have, okay, anything heavy. And we're just going to give that a couple whacks. What we want is a uniform level of thickness. That way it'll cook more evenly and we can roll it easier. Which is what the term roulade means, to roll. So I have a few ingredients here. Feel free to stuff this chicken with whatever you want at home. I'm going to take the time here to actually heat up some oil. Medium heat, because I'm using olive oil. I don't want to burn the olive oil. We're just going to add that to the pan and let that heat up. At this point, I'm just going to take some goat cheese, put that in the center. That looks great. Maybe some fresh herbs. I happen to have some sage. Just a little bit will help here. I'm not going to do the rosemary. Maybe a little bit of spinach here. We'll just give that a little chop. Throw that inside here. Maybe a little orange zest. For that great citrus flavor. Now, always salt and pepper. We're going to put a little bit on the outside as well, so don't overdo it in the middle. Then we're going to simply roll that together. It's a nice package. There we go. I can hear my oil. It's about ready. So we're going to season the outside with the skin. And we're going to give this a nice sear, a golden brown sear. Keep the flavor in, keep the moisture in, okay? Just before we put it in the oven. So our oil's about ready. I'm going to take some tongs so I don't burn myself. We're going to sear the bottom so it stays closed. And that skin's going to put a seal on it. The oil's just starting to smoke, so it looks like it's ready. We're going to pop that in. Good technique at home when you're searing is something to remember is don't try and pull it away from the pan. If it sticks a little bit, let it release itself. I find that a lot of people will try and turn their meat too quickly, and what that does is rip the bottom of what you're trying to sear. So just let it cook. It will release itself. The oils from the chicken and the oils from the pan will separate. We're just going to let that go for another second or two. Turn that over on the side. And you don't want to cook it too long in the pan, because basically what's happening here is the cheese is starting to melt. We don't want that to run out, so I'm just going to keep rolling this over. Take the opportunity now. We're going to take a little bit of tin foil, turn off our heat. And this is what we're going to cook it in the oven. So just remove it from the pan, put it in the center of the tin foil, and basically just roll it together. I'm going to pinch the ends, roll it so it stays nice and tight, and that's it. We're going to pop that in the oven. Actually, we'll just use one of these pans right here. It's great. About 350 degrees, about 15 minutes. Make sure it's cooked, 165 degrees Fahrenheit with a digital thermometer, hopefully. We'll just pop that in. I'll be right back to show you how that turns out. All right, so let's check the temperature of that chicken. Smells great. So what we're looking for here is an internal temperature of 168 Fahrenheit. Use a digital thermometer right to the middle of the roulade. And we are there. Perfect. So we'll just move it from the pan. Now, what I'm going to do here is just simply slice the ends off. This should just release itself. Just roll it out with the tin foil. I'm just going to season that finally. And you could serve this any way you'd like. Here at the restaurant, I'd probably serve this in medallions, so I'm just going to chop that into a few pieces. Nice sharp knife. And then present. So this was Chicken Leg Roulade. I'm Larry at El Mercado. Thanks for checking us out. I'll see you next time.